Welcome, everyone. My name is Mickey. I will be your host for this evening's Changeover training webinar. Today, we'll be going over an overview of the club version. My co-host this evening is Stephen.
Hi, everyone. So at the bottom of the Zoom toolbar, there's going to be a Q&A and a chat icon. I'll be answering questions in the Q&A and also marking some for live Q&A just at the end. Please keep all questions in the Q&A section, and feel free to let us know where you're logging in from in the chat section as well. Back to you, Mickey.
All right, so we're going to begin just to go over. My name is Mickey, and Stephen is my co-host today. I'll give you a very quick rundown of what we'll be doing today. We're going to be going over how to log in. That's actually a very important tool in Club Runner. If you can't log in, you can't use our system. So we're going to be talking about access levels. And then we're going to be doing a high-level overview of Club Runner. So, and we're doing a club version website. So we're not going we're not going to be covering district, but most of what you'll cover in club tonight applies to district. For example, bulletin designer, website designer, email communication, all of these modules are found in both the club and the district site. Okay, but we're not going to be going into depth into any module. We just don't have the time. We're not doing a deep dive. We're doing a shallow dive today. What I'll do is I'm just going to pause sharing my screen for a moment. And we are, the way that I'm going to begin is I'm going to, I will, sorry. Let's resume my share. Okay. So hopefully you can all see my Google page. We're going to start from zero, which is I'm new to Club Runner, never used it before. What is it about? How do I log in? How do you log in, you say? That's an interesting question. So let's take that. There is a newer login method that we will be discussing this evening. And we're going to start at Google because hopefully you can navigate to Google. And that's going to be our basic requirement for tonight. Get yourself to Google. When you go to Google, there's two things you can do. If you know the name of your club, fantastic, right? Rotary Club of Oakville, whatever, Rotary Club you're in, you can go to your club's homepage and navigate to your club's homepage. I'm going to, like I said, we're starting with from zero. So I'm actually going to type the word Club Runner, all one word. Okay, so Club Runner, SCLUBRUNNER. And I'm going to search for that. All Rotary clubs and districts that are using Club Runner are on the Club Runner platform. So let's search for Club Runner. And this login method is going to be slightly different than what we've discussed in the previous, in the past. I'm going to hit enter. Okay, the first, oh, I'm sorry, it's going to ask for GPS. I'm just going to say not now. The first Google search result, hopefully wherever you are in the world, it shouldn't matter where you are geographically, is our Club Runner homepage. I'm going to take you to our Club Runner homepage, okay? This is a bit new, this new login method. It's called a universal login. Here's how it works. From our Club Runner homepage, right? It's actually clubrunner.ca. CA stands for Canada. I'll repeat, clubrunner.ca is the URL of this homepage. There's now a new login button, which I'm going to click. Okay. So this is our universal login page. Here's what it does. In the past, people have accidentally logged into the district site when they meant to go to the club site or vice versa. And we're going to talk about access levels. Your club and district access usually, except for very rare cases, are different. You may have top level access at the club, but almost no access at the district or vice versa. So in the past, people have, let's take a hypothetical, they've logged into the district site and said, why can't I send email? You don't have the access on the district, go to your club site. This universal login page will accept your Club Runner login and will prompt you, where are you trying to go, club or district? And I'm going to show you. You type in your username and your password. Okay. Now, let's just take the case where you don't know your username or password. So I'm just going to say, I forgot. It doesn't matter which button you click, but I'm going to say I forgot my password, for example. You can click forgot username as well. When I click forgot password, it will prompt for my email address. And it will say, okay, I can't actually put the password on the screen because it's kind of a security violation, right? So we're going to email you your login credentials. Here's how this works. You put in your email address, Gmail, Hotmail, whatever email you've got. Put it in and click submit. And if the email that you are using, let's say you're using Gmail or Hotmail or something, if it's the same as the email in your Club Runner member profile, our system says, oh, there's a match. John Smith, he's john@gmail.com. Let me send John his correct login information. Now, actually, I better not. Let's make sure I make a very bad email. So, okay, sorry. Let's try this. Hopefully, it won't find this. Okay. Let's say you didn't put in all this gobbledygook and you put in like your work email address or your home email address or what have you, but it couldn't find. It says, I couldn't find the user or I couldn't find your email address. Now, you didn't put in something nonsensical like this. You put in john@mywork.com, whatever so you put in a correct email, not this, but a correct one, and it couldn't find the email. So what you can do, and this is going to be our we're going to call this our fail safe today. I'm going to use this a lot today. So, excuse me. Whenever you we'll call this hitting a wall or hitting an obstacle. You've come and you've managed to find our universal login page. You don't remember your password and you've managed to put your email in here. But now you've kind of hit an obstacle, which is, well, the system can't find my email, but I know I didn't type my email incorrect. So what's likely happening is that your Club Runner member profile doesn't have that email that you're typing on file. What do you do? I'm going to put this, oh, sorry, it's a little big. support@clubrunner.ca. I'm going to bring this back a couple different times. You don't need to memorize anything tonight at the webinar. If you would like to memorize one thing and one thing only, you can memorize our email. It is support@clubrunner.ca. Whenever you hit an obstacle or a challenge, you're stuck on step 3, or you thought this would work and it's not working, please email us. We will help you. We help lots of people log in daily, actually. I'm going to move this out of the way. Okay. And so that's what you do. If it couldn't find your email address, please talk to us. We will help you. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back and okay, I'm going to pause my screen again because I'm actually using one of our test logins. So I don't want that to be recorded. So just know that I'm actually putting in my username and password and I'm clicking the blue login button. I know you can't see it. And then let me start sharing my screen again. Okay, so I've put in my login name and password and I've come to this next screen. And this is what I mean by, okay, we found your login name and password. Would you like to go to your club, Rotary Club of Kipling, or your district? Right. This is both of these, by the way, are fictional. This is all going to be test data today. We're not going to reveal anyone's identity. It's all fake information. I want to go to my Rotary Club website, but I could go to my district. I get to choose where I go. And that's why this new universal login screen is really, hopefully, going to be very helpful, especially to your non-technical members. I'm going to choose my Rotary Club. So I'm click here. And what it does is it takes me into my Rotary Club website. So this is the private member area of Rotary Club of Kipling. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the public side. Rotary Club of Kipling. This is the member area. This is actually where we're going to discuss what we'll be covering most of tonight will be in the member area. Let's talk about the public side. I'm not going to click, but I'm going to right click. And I'm going to open my homepage in a new tab. That way I just kind of keep this member area going. I'm going to click here. This is a public website. This is a little cookie notice. I'm just going to say got it. Okay. Your site, your homepage, your club site, or your district will look something like this. It will have a top menu. It will have, all kinds of content, maybe some video, images, graphics, text, etc. 100% of Club Runner websites will have this, a member login button at the top right. If you're on a Club Runner website, actually, I should say 99.9%. I found one that moved the member login button, but that's extremely rare. Almost all Club Runner websites, if you want to log in, move your mouse cursor to the top right and click on member login, and you'll go through the same steps, right? Type in your username or password. I forgot my password, you can retrieve it. Okay, so if you're on a club or district site, that's the process to log in. If you're ever stuck to figure out where the button is, it's always going to be at the top right. This public website, whether it be for your club or for your district, represents about 10% or less of what Club Runner offers. You've got all kinds of homepage options, WordPress, Squarespace, Wix. There's more than I can name. What Club Runner offers is really the member area. The homepage is important and integral and very important for marketing and public image, but it's about 10% of what we do. The other 90% of what we do or what we offer is in the member area. So let's go there. I'm going to close this tab. It's going to take me back to the private side where I can log in. Only Rotarians with member logins can come into the member area. Now is a good time to talk about access levels. Before we begin our journey and we're going to try and click on as many top menu items as we can. That's that's going to be the premise for this webinar. Before we get there, I want to talk about what an access level is. In Club Runner, our access levels are numbers at a club site. There's club access and district access. I want you to pretend there's a wall, a brick wall between the two, club versus district. Whatever, they're independent of each other. Whatever club access you have has no bearing on your district access and vice versa. You could be a club, we call them website admins. Admins have the top highest access. You could be a club admin, it means nothing on the district. And you can be a district admin, it means nothing on the club. So your access level is very important. We have numbers for our club access. I will type them out so you can see them, but we're not going to spend too much time, but they go from 70 all the way down to 30. So 70, 60, 50, 40, 30 are club access level numbers. Remember, club, if you're a level 30, right? This is actually the highest level. The level 30 is the highest access. It doesn't mean anything on a district site. Remember that wall in between the two access levels? Your district's access is independent of level 30 or 50 or 70. Level 70 is regular access. It is what most of the membership will receive. It's a restricted access level. You won't have access to much. Level 30 is the other end of the spectrum. It is the highest. There's no other access on a club site higher than level 30. Okay. I'm a level 30. I'm a site administrator. I can do what I want. I can click wherever I want. When I move around the top menu, nothing will be grayed out for me. You may not see the same. So you might be level 50 or 60 or 70. And as you move around the top menus in your club site or district site, you might see grayed out menus. That's normal. Okay. The way that you navigate the member area is to click on any blue section. So here I am clicking on all the blue sections. Notice no page is loading. So you have to, step one, click a blue section. Step two, click the gray subsection below. You have to click one of these gray menu items or you won't go to the page you need to. So just very briefly, if I click on communication, I can't send an email. However, if I click on email services, I can. It's that gray button that you have to click on. I'm going to go to admin, which is not going to take me to the admin page. I'm going to click the first gray button, admin. I want to go back to the admin page. The admin page is a list of all the commands you can do. I'm scrolling down right now. Since I'm a site admin, I'm just gonna keep going. I want to show it to you. I have a lot of boxes, a lot of buttons. There's a lot that I can do because I'm a website admin. So there's a lot going on my admin page. I wouldn't be too intimidated by that because if you're new to Club Runner, it's very likely you might not start off as a website admin. You might start off as a regular member, kind of work your way up. As a site admin, I can actually view the admin pages for other access levels, okay? Access level 50 is executive level access. I'm going to click on executives and I can kind of simulate or at least get a glimpse of what level 50's admin pages looks like. So this is a level 50 admin page. I'm not going to go all the way to the bottom. And then level 60 is editors. I can see what an editor's admin page looks like. And then I'm going to scroll down the bottom for members. Members is level 70. Remember I was saying level 70 is the lowest. If I go down, it won't take me too long to get to the bottom. That's it. So the level 70s, they don't have too many things they can do. That's on purpose. That's by design. So I'm going to click on my site admin and go back to being at level 30. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my hardest to go through as many commands as I can. Now, I am watching the clock, and so we will not be able to click on every gray button. I'm going to do my best to click on at least every blue button, but we won't get through every gray button. So let's begin. The admin page, that's admin is the first thing you'll see when you log in. This is the admin page. Admin Classic, the next gray button, is the old admin page. All I'm going to say is at some point, not tomorrow, not next week, but at some point, this is the old administration page. It will be retired. So if you are kind of used to this old admin page, the new admin page is what we'll be using. I want to talk about club info and settings. This is where your club edits their kind of public facing club information. When do you meet? Where do you meet? At a restaurant, at a community center? What's your club doing? You can edit all the information about your club when you go to admin and club info and settings. Okay. I just want to briefly mention edit privacy policy. And by the way, you might have noticed that was like a 2-sentence description of club info and settings. Like I said, today is just a shallow dive. We just want to make sure we can kind of click on as many things as we can today. There might be a new section of Club Runner you'll be introduced to today. That's the goal or the hope. So the edit privacy policy. Your club, whether you know it or not, has a privacy policy. What do you store? What info do you store? How do you store members' information? It's all here. The default boilerplate text was written by our Club Runner lawyers. It's for all Rotary clubs. You can change it. We're not going to go too much more into detail, but if you don't know what a privacy policy is, admin, and then this button, edit privacy right here. I'm sorry, yeah, edit privacy policy. Club Runner Mobile, we're going to get to. I'm actually going to try my hardest to get to that at the end. Just very briefly, the Club Runner mobile app, as the days go by, this tool becomes maybe one of the most essential tools that a club has, because the Club Runner mobile app is meant for non-technical users. It does not have these a large selection of menus. It's a stripped down, simplified version of Club Runner. I want to double back to it. I hope I have time. If not, maybe you can please ask some questions in Q&A. Help guides. If I click help guides, it takes me to clubrunnersupport.com, and hopefully Stephen will also be able to cover this. What is clubrunnersupport.com? It is the Wikipedia of Club Runner. Do you want to know about attendance? type in the word attendance. And you can see all kinds of articles and videos. Would you like to know about dues? Would you like to know about the mobile app, right? I just barely touched on the mobile app. So this is where you can type in something and learn as much as you like about Club Runner. There are articles, PDFs, and videos all contained in this clubrunnersupport.com site. That's why you'll very likely see lots and lots of search results, because it's a mix of, I don't like videos, I prefer the article, or vice versa. You can find all that here. I'm going to close this browser tab and I'm going to go to webinars. And so obviously you're in a webinar tonight, but we have free weekly webinars. We've paused them during changeover, but the way that it works, we talk about a topic of the week. Just as an example, on April 17th, we covered something called cloud events, which, by the way, will be covered here during changeover as well. The whole webinar is for cloud events, and you can attend live. It's free. There's no cost to register, and it will be very similar to this, where we'll be leading you through and showing you in detail how to use cloud events. And then there's a Q&A period at the end. All these webinars are free. I'm going to close this tab, go to admin, click on webinars. Please register for anything you'd like. I'm having questions, issues, problems. I want to talk to somebody. Here's the contact support button. You can contact us and say, you know what, I'm having issues with logging in. Whatever you're having problems with, please email us. We'd love to hear from you. I'll close this tab. And then the last thing is Club Runner Community. The last thing on this menu. The Club Runner Community is a place for you to interact with all of our Club Runner users worldwide. Rotary Club in Australia, Italy, New Zealand, wherever, you can talk to all kinds of people. The way that Club Runner Community works, you use your club or your district login to log in to Club Runner Community. You must be logged in to post anything you want in all these various sections, but you don't need to log in to read the posts. The posts are 100% publicly visible, but if you want to post and ask a fellow Rotarian some questions, you can log in here and you can ask away. Hey, has anybody ever used QuickBooks? Has anybody, does someone know about this grant project? Whatever, the sky's the limit. This is a pretty expansive community base, and we have hundreds of users worldwide, actually thousands of users worldwide that participate in the community. I'm going to close this. Okay, the next blue item is My Club Runner. It does not matter what your access level is. Even if you're level 70, every member of your club will have full access to My Club Runner. I'm sorry about this. We're getting rid of this. I apologize. This is grayed out. It shouldn't be, sorry. But you will see a whole selection of menu items that you can click on. Please pretend that this does not, that doesn't exist. But My Club Runner is your information. I'm going to run through this because I do see that I'm a little short on time. Maybe one of the bigger ones, when I click on My Club Runner, the first gray button, which I'm going to click on, is My Profile. This is kind of important. Try to keep your profile, your member profile information up to date. Let me just rewind before I think I said that too quickly. It's a member profile. A member profile is kind of the elemental building block in Club Runner. If a club is made of members and then the district is made of clubs and Rotary is made of, all that. So this is the most elemental piece of the puzzle. This is the information for one particular member. And it is vital and important that you try to keep it up to date. I'll give you an example why. I'm going to scroll down, okay? A member profile stores all your vital information, your first name, your spouse's name, your wedding anniversary, your home and your business address. All of this is found here. In fact, if I scroll up a little bit, this is only one tab of my profile. Underneath my photo, I have a Rotary tab, which lists all my Rotary information. What office do I hold? Am I executive treasurer, executive secretary, sorry. There's a biography, commitments. There's all these tabs. So if you don't keep your information up to date, if you're like, it's fine, someone else will take care of this. I'll give you one case example, and we get this call every once in a while, call or email. You move, right? You let's say you buy a new house somewhere, or apartment, wherever, and you don't update your address. Remember, the club runner data does not live on an island. It's shared between district and my Rotary. So you move, you don't update this, and the Rotarian, if you subscribe to the Rotarian magazine, doesn't make it because you've moved, and so your old address is invalid. Hopefully it'll get forwarded to you. So it's just one very brief example. More importantly, though, it's just really, really integral to have an up-to-date email, right? To have an up-to-date phone number, because this information is never shared with third parties. This information is shared with club, district, my Rotary. That's it. There's nobody else in that chain. So, if your district secretary or district governor, needs to get a hold of maybe a club president or whatever, and that club president is missing the email address, that means the DG logs into Club Runner but can't email that club president because their member profile is out of date. Sorry, I spent a bit of time on the member profile. It was important. I'm going to whiz through a couple of these. My commitments is the next gray button. It shows you what are you doing in your club. Are you on a committee, a volunteer list? Did you register for an event, right? I'm on the website committee myself. I'm actually the chair of the website committee. And, some Rotarians, if they're busy enough, they might forget, oh, when's my committee meeting, whatever. You can come to my commitments and you can see all the various ways that you are engaged with your club. My attendance is your club attendance. You can see how you're doing for club attendance. And then my committees, what committees are you on, right? I was on the website committee, so that's what it will show. The directories is actually kind of an important one. So I'll click on directories. This is your club member directory. So, all these are all your people. You can call them, you can email them, right? You can export this to a PDF. All right. Email message center, I'm going to skip. We're going to get there because it's actually the next blue button right here. So I'm going to stay with my club runner for the moment, skip email message center. I'm actually going to have to skip a few of these. Yeah, you know what? I'll skip the rest because I'm watching the clock. So I'm going to click like I said, I apologize. Actually, I apologize once. This is the last time I apologize. I'm going to skip a few of these. We're going to move on to communication. It's purely for the sake of time so that Stephen has some adequate time for Q&A. I'm going to click on communication, which is the next blue tab over, and click on email services, which is right here. Now, you'll notice, you've probably already seen it already. There's two different ways to come to this email page. I clicked on communication and email services, and it'll take me to the email page. But if I were to click on my club runner and email message center, it would take me to the same page. Why do we have superfluous or duplicated menu commands? This is on purpose, and I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening here. Just give me a moment. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, so communication and, oh, good, okay. Sorry, I was worried there. So communication and email services, there's at least two ways to access this page. I can click on communication and I can click on email services, or I can, I'll go back to the admin page, right? Or to get to this exact same club communication page, I can click on, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I can click on my club runner and email message center. It takes me to the same page. The reason we have duplication or superfluous commands is because different people use the menu in different ways. We're trying to get through as many Club Runner menu items tonight. That's not the typical goal of a regular Rotarian. They're not going to try to be a complete expert of Club Runner, in a day or a week. Just because there's so much to learn about Club Runner, the way that it works, people are segmented, meaning I'm the club PR chair. I log into the website to create events and work on bulletins. That's it. I don't worry about attendance or RI integration or member lists. So that's why sometimes we have an important item in 2 or 3 different spots, because some people don't actually click on every spot because that's not how some people choose to use Club Runner. Okay. Communication and email services, you can send email here. You can compose a new message. You can, if I scroll down, You can see all the messages you've previously composed and sent in Club Runner. And you can, if you're a website admin, this is because you probably will not see the show all emails. If you're a website admin, you'll see a show all emails button. So I'm a level 30 website admin. I can actually see every email that every member has sent out of Club Runner, right? That's only for admins. If you're not an admin, you're just going to see show my emails only. So mobile notifications is the next gray button beside email services. You can now create messages within the mobile app. So I haven't really covered the mobile app, but this is very important. And like I said, I want to try and cover as much as I can tonight. You can create a message, and every person who has the mobile app, they just have to download and install the mobile app. They don't have to have it running. They will get an alert on their mobile phone saying, hey, tomorrow's club meeting is canceled. Hey, for next week's event, please make sure to bring, it's any message you want. In other words, this is a way for you to notify all your mobile app people who have downloaded the mobile app. Okay. The email traffic report is where you would see what your usage is, who is sending out emails. You can view stats. I'll show you very quickly because, like I said, I can see my time. I'm here, and I did that very quickly. Let me go back. Okay, so I'm communication email traffic report. I'm going to scroll down. This is my club, and this details button. What it is, it's just April 4th to May 4th. This is just the last month, okay? So I want the details of everything that's been sent out the last month. I can change the date and go from, say, I don't know, like January, right? January 1st to May 1st. But I'm just gonna go quick details. This is each row is one email that was sent out by a person, by a member, and I can actually view the stats. I'm gonna make this just a bit smaller so you can see, right? You can see how this works. So I can actually view the stats for that. Okay, I'm gonna hit, and then manage blocked emails is actually very important. Like I said, okay, you will send emails out of Club Runner. Your recipients hopefully will all get them. All your recipients will get the emails. It's not always the case though. So what happens is you'll send to, say, 50 people, and 48 people get them. To block the Club Runner email as spam. For whatever reason, the Rotarians, Gmail, Hotmail, AOL, whatever they're using, says this incoming Club Runner email, I don't know, it feels like spam to me. So they'll block the email. When that happens, that person will land on the blocked emails list. Check your blocked emails list. There is a button to unblock your users. If they land here, that will not send them old emails. That will just clear the path so that they can continue to receive your Club Runner emails. I'm going to move on to the bulletin designer. So I'm going to click bulletin and manage bulletins. Okay. You have, well, it's very, very, very likely you've sent an email at least once in your life. An email such as, hi, Scott, nice meeting you. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Just plain text. Most people have sent an email. What if your email, instead of plain text, looked like this? So this is what a bulletin is. It's still an email. It's a visually rich email with graphics and text and tables and buttons and all kinds of ways for the user to interact a little bit more. It's a great marketing tool. So this is the Club Runner Bulletin Designer. You can send an email, hi Scott, I'll see you tomorrow. That's fine, plain text. Or you can send a bulletin, which has lots of extra features that a plain text standard email may not. Okay, I'm going to scroll up. Now, I need to give Steven some time. So and I'm sorry to skip these buttons. So I said I'd apologize only once. I'm going to move on to contacts. I'm going to click on contacts and click on manage contacts. I'm going to skip welcome. I want to talk about contacts just for a moment. Not everyone, you're going to keep track of everyone in your club, but not everyone in your club is going to be a member. I'll give you an example. You meet Susan, and she's fantastic. She would make a great speaker for one of your events one day. She's not a member, but who knows, maybe she might be a prospective member, but at the bare minimum, she'd make a great speaker. Or she's willing to donate some money, or, you know, all the various reasons that you want to keep track of the people who are outside of your club. The contacts module is just like the contacts on your phone. Store someone's phone number, their email, keep them on file. This person is a business owner, she's the CEO of a company, whatever. And that way, next week or next month or next year, you can keep tabs and contact these people. So the contacts, just think of them as, I'll say third party, but just non-Rotarians. They live as contacts. Okay. I'm going to click on membership. I'm going to click on member list. Okay. The members list is actually pretty important, especially if you're a club secretary. The active member list. What this does, it lists all your active members. Now, it's not just your active membership. There's also honorary, and there are special new or newer active designations, active satellite, active corporate. So you can keep track of all the, think of this list as your dues paying members, all the people who pay dues. And I know honorary probably don't pay dues, but you keep track of them here. Remember, I'm a website admin. I can edit anyone's member profile. I can terminate them. I can even help them reset their password. You may not have that access. So, try membership and member lists and see if you can access it. It might be that you can't because you don't have the access. I'm going to skip a few, and we will go to actually, I'll do search. I'll do search member directory. I know I'm now skipping a wide swath of buttons, but I'm going to click on search member directory. You can search for members here. If your club is 20 members, you might not need this, but you know, if your club, some clubs actually have 300 members or more. So you might need to know, okay, John Smith, right? So you can search and see if you can find a John. Let's just see. I think it'll let me just search for Johns. So there's no Johns in my club, but you get the idea. You can search for members. I'm going to click the next blue tab, which is events. I'm going to click on events. And I want to talk about cloud events first. Okay. So I clicked on events, and then I clicked on cloud events. What's a cloud event? Club Runner has 3 different event software packages. This was not on purpose, not by design. In events, there is cloud events, event planner, and the last one is my event runner. You can create events in any 3 of these software packages. We did not intend to have 3 different modules or software packages. Cloud events is by far our most advanced, our most modern event package. So if you're new to Club Runner events, start by clicking on cloud events. Create a cloud event, even if it's just a testing event, just for your own sake to see how this works. So cloud events is a event registration software inside Club Runner. You can advertise, let's say, whatever your club has, a barbecue, Rotary Club flag sale, golf tournaments. You can do a lot of things with cloud events. You can sell tickets, right? For a dinner package, a golf outing, whatever. And you can collect registrations from members and non-members as well. So please do try cloud events. There's also Event Planner. There's also My Event Runner. And actually, there's more. I'm going to skip these 2 because at some point, we will be amalgamating My Event Runner, Event Planner, and Cloud Events. I don't know if we'll be making 2 softwares so I'm not going to talk about these. I'm going to talk about very briefly calendar items. It's a calendar item. Once again, when you just add a little listing onto your phone and say, my dentist appointment is next week at 3 p.m. That's exactly what a calendar item is. It's a quick, simple listing of whatever event or whatever you want to show to your club members and publicly. There's no registration in calendar items. If you want to make something very quick on your club calendar, make it a calendar item. Just remember, there's no registration, there's no payment, none of that stuff. It's literally just a quick little listing on your calendar. I'm going to move on and click on organization. And I want to talk about executives and directors. Okay. This is your club execs and directors. Who's your president, secretary, treasurer, all that. It is very important. I want to kind of stress, I'm even going to repeat what I said before. Your data does not live on an island. Your data is shared between club, district, and my Rotary. If you don't put, most people have their 23-24 list. I'm going to click on next year. I'm going to go here and click on next year. This will take me to my next year's club executive list. If you don't put, oh, sorry, there we go. If you don't put your president, your secretary, if you don't put these positions in, district and RI will not know who your secretary or your treasurer or your membership chair is, right? Right now, the membership chair is blank. That doesn't mean this club doesn't have a membership chair. It just means we haven't put it in. So this is, it may seem innocuous. It may seem like someone else will do it, or, we'll do it on our own time. But these member lists are really important. Why? If let's pretend that here, I'm just going to clear Aaron Aronson, okay? Let's pretend my president for next year, who you just saw was Aaron Aronson, right? Actually, that's me. I'm logged in as him. He's not defined. This list feeds into district and my Rotary and gives the president or secretary or treasurer enhanced access on the district site and on the my Rotary site. Because I don't have my president defined for next year for 24-25, who is Aaron, Aaron will not have the special executive access that is given to people when using the district site and when using my Rotary. So if I don't put these execs in, these execs will go to the district site or go to my Rotary and be like, hey, I can't access some of this stuff. So make sure that you fill in your executives and directors. And as you can see, I wanted to spend time on that. I'm not apologizing for spending time on that. It does mean I'm gonna have to, okay. So what I'll do is I'm just gonna talk about committees, which is the next button. Beside executives and directors is this button, committees. These are your club committees, your board members. You'll have all various committees. The committees can have committee chairs. If you'd like to find out more, because boy, I really kind of like, I'm not really going into detail tonight, and that was the premise of tonight's webinar. I'm going to open a new browser tab. I'm going to go to clubrunnersupport.com, and I'm going to type. Actually, I'm going to copy the word committees because sometimes my spelling for that is. You can learn everything about committees. How do I use it? Here's a video. So everything that I'm glossing over today, right? Everything that I'm not going into detail about, which is basically all the modules, come to clubrunnersupport.com, type in that keyword, right? You may want to find out more about sending an email or bulletins or what have you. Type in that keyword. You will learn a lot more at clubrunnersupport.com. I'm going to go back to committees. Okay, I'm going to move on to dues and billing. Your club can send yearly, quarterly, monthly invoices to your members for whatever amounts they want. I'm going to keep going. That was literally a sentence, but I'm going to click on documents. Okay. If you know what Dropbox is, a program like Dropbox, right? It's free. Documents is the club version of Dropbox. It's files and folders, right? For that is accessible by every member in your club. So you can post a PDF, and it can be whatever you'd like, or you can post an Excel file or Word document. Documents have two broad categories, or two different ways you can store them. Public documents. Public is anybody can view them. If you give someone the URL, they'll download the PDF or Word doc to their computer, no restrictions. Second, requires login. When you upload a document, you can set it so that it's a members only document. The requires login means that, Oh, you'd like to download this Word doc? No problem. First, make sure you give me your login for the club site. I'll allow you to download the Word doc or what have you. I'm going to skip a lot of these and I'm going to go to our integration because that is very important. And I got to make sure that Stephen gets some time. Sorry, Stephen. I'm going to click our integration and our integration settings. Okay, today this is an entire menu that I totally can't cover. And the reason for that is we actually have entire webinars devoted just to our integration. I'm going to try to describe this as simply as possible and as non-technical as possible. I want you to imagine an office building. There's 3 floors in this office building. Club is at the bottom, district is the middle floor, RI or Rotary International is the 3rd floor. There is an elevator that travels up and down. The elevator sends, let's just say they send envelopes. That's my metaphor for data, right? So now information travels up and down this building. If you can kind of follow that, I know that was a strange analogy. If you can follow that, that's exactly what our integration is. There's 3 levels in our integration: club, district, my Rotary. Instead of an elevator, it's all these software modules. The databases talk to each other, and when you make a change, a member change or executive change, I'm updating someone's member profile, I'm adding John, I'm terminating Susie, all of that stuff. Jim is my new president, and Sally is my new membership chair. All of that information travels up and down the 3 levels of this imaginary building. If RI integration is on, you only have to do something once on one level. Add a member at my Rotary, or add them at the club level. Terminate a member at district. It doesn't matter. As long as RI integration is on, the other 2 spots automatically update. That's our integration. I would love to say more, but I want to talk about attendance. I'm going to click the next menu, attendance, and I'll just click dashboard. Your club can keep per member attendance. So you can keep attendance records for all your members. How is John doing this year? His attendance percentage is like 75%. Well, maybe that's good, maybe that's bad. It depends on the club. I talked to a lot of club members, their attendance is 100%. So this is where all of that gets kept track of. There's all these nice little buttons that I'm going to gloss over, and I'm going to go to website, which is the next one. And I'm going to click on Homepage Designer. At some point, you're going to need to edit your homepage. To do that, you click on Website, Homepage Designer. It brings you to a screen that says Design Homepage, okay? And this is how you design the homepage. In a few words, the way that this works is, imagine your homepage is a jigsaw puzzle. Here is the puzzle. When you lay out the puzzle, just like you, I do lots of puzzles. My little nieces and nephews, they love doing puzzles. Every widget is a puzzle piece. So what's a widget? A widget is a little block or square of information or data, and you can place that on your homepage and you can move it around. Just because this is here doesn't mean I can just take this and drag it here, right? I'll move it. Let's see if I can get it right. Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. And I moved it in the wrong place, but let's see if I can move it back now. And I moved it into the wrong place again, but actually I'll leave it. That actually doesn't look too bad. So the way that you use the website designer, this is your canvas or where you're constructing the puzzle. A widget is any little bit of information, any little block of data, which you can move, which you can edit, which you can change, which you can manipulate. And then this is, let's say, the drawer where all your puzzle pieces live. And there's all kinds of widget categories, pre-formatted widgets, essentials, carousel widgets, event widgets. There's a lot to go over here. I'm going to show you one thing because I'd love to click on all these buttons, but I'm going to show you one kind of important facet. A lot of people, they love the website designer is probably one of the more fun things you can do because you get to kind of tap into your creative side, and they design their homepage and they say, wow, that looks awesome on my gigantic 4K monitor, right? That's on my very expensive computer. Don't forget to click this little phone icon. This is the mobile view. And it's possibly the most important button we have here. Why? This is how most of your users are going to engage with your website. I shouldn't say most. It doesn't matter what club or district you belong with. I can guarantee that 50%, at least 50% of your visitors are on a mobile device, either phone or tablet. So they're not looking on a giant 4K monitor, they're looking on their phone. And what this little phone preview does, it lets you preview your website, or it simulates, here's what it looks like on a phone. So don't ignore the phone preview. You might have a beautiful, giant, expensive computer, and the person on the other end, your audience member, the Rotarian, whoever, they might have like an iPhone 10, with just small screen. So don't forget about this button. It's a phone simulator. Look at what your website looks like on a phone. I'm gonna click go back. And I'm sorry, Stephen, I'm going to try and wrap up. So reports, which is the next section. These are all the different ways you can pull information out of Club Runner. It's fine to have a lot of information in Club Runner. In fact, we hope that you have tons of information in there. At some point, you need to pull it out. Just as an example, what are the years of service? How many people have been Rotarians for quite a while, right? This report, now I did that very quickly. I'll do it again. Reports and years of service brings me to the years of service reports. And I did not type anything. These are pre-built reports. A lot of these reports are pre-built. So if you want to find out vital statistics about your club, log into your club site, click on reports. Hopefully you have the access, and click and explore all the different various reports we have. And we have customized reports in all kinds of ways you can manipulate the data and download everything in Club Runner. Membership success. I will, oh boy, and I just want to make sure, you know what, we might be going over time a little bit. So what I'll do is, I'm just going to keep going because I definitely want to cover these last few bits. Membership success. Sorry, I'm not sure what's happening here. There it is. Okay. I don't know why it's turned off. That's very strange. Okay. Oh boy. Why is this off? Okay. I know I'm over time. I'm pausing my, no, I better keep going. I'll describe it to you, and I'm very sorry. I don't know. I'll have to check this as soon as this webinar ends. Membership success, yours will not be grayed out. I don't know why this is grayed out, but there's obviously something going on with this website. This is one of our testing sites, so it does get edited. The membership success module is for prospective members. I am Frank, and I'm an architect or a teacher or a cop, police officer, whatever. I want to join your Rotary Club. How do you engage Frank? How you can actually ask Frank, hey, Frank, we have an online application on our homepage. Let me just see if we actually have that, because I'm not sure. There it is. The membership success module gives you this. This join our club is a quick little form that any prospective member can fill out. And what they can do is they can give you their information and say, I'm interested in being a member. The information can then be reviewed by your club board members, and you can run, Police Officer Frank or this hypothetical member, you can run your prospect through the initiation process. Hey, Frank, this is awesome. Can you please, once he fills this out, you can ask Frank for his resume. You can ask Frank any questions you'd like. The membership success module keeps the prospect warm by sending automated emails, as well as your engagement with Frank. Obviously, you're going to speak to him every week or every month, however long your initiation takes. Hi, Frank, we're just checking in. Thanks very much. Click here to contact our club membership chair, Susan. So that's what, in a very, very quick nutshell, membership success is. It could be a very important module if you're looking to grow your club. So please do check it out. I'm very sorry that I can't actually show you the screen. I'll have to look into that. I'm going to move on to the next blue button, which is volunteers. I'm going to click on view sign up lists. When you have an event, you may need to, engage your members. You may need their help. let's just say, we're doing a barbecue, but you know what? We need some people to help us prepare. Someone's got to go buy the groceries. Someone's got to maybe get a couple grills. So the volunteers module is a way for you to kind of invite your club and say, hey, Pete or Mary or Frank or Sue, would you be the grill master? Would you sign up and buy the groceries? Think of volunteers as a virtual clipboard. I've actually seen that I've seen a couple of Rotary clubs in action. Back in the day, anyways, they had a clipboard. Mary was doing this and Frank was doing that. And if they ever lost that clipboard or that piece of paper, it had all of everybody's phone number and like all of that gets replaced by the volunteers module. You can create a volunteer sign-up list. You can have all these various volunteer positions open, and then members can sign up over email whenever they like. So it's not an automated process, but it's a process where you engage your club members and say, hey, you're gonna get an email, sign up for something, please, because we need grill masters or whatever we need. That's the volunteers module. And click on donations. I'm not going to do the last one, and I'm sorry, Stephen, for going over time. Donations and donation settings. If your club has a payment provider that is compatible with Club Runner, in US, for example, our two payment providers are Paya and Bambora. So if you have a payment provider that's compatible with Club Runner, you will automatically have the donation module turned on. The donation module is a way for your club to collect donations from anybody and have it divert into whatever correct bank account you need. I'll talk about US clubs. A lot of US clubs are 501c3. They're registered charitable organizations. They have their own little club foundation account, bank account. If someone wants to donate $1, $100, $1,000, you can divert that directly into your club's donation account. I'm going to click here on the public homepage again. I'm just going to scroll up. If you see the donate button, this has been pre-set up. This is the end result of what a donation looks like. Okay, you can not just have one donation, you can have donation campaigns. What a campaign means is we're raising, a lot of clubs, especially district, absolutely. They don't just, work on one project, they work on several. So we have a wheelchair fundraiser. We're building a school in Honduras. So anyone, not just members, but non-members as well, can donate to whatever they feel like. And if you really want to kind of raise the bar, you can put, how much we've raised publicly. We've had 5 donors for this and so on and so on. It's the donations module. I'm going to go back into the member area, click here. I clicked on donations and donation settings, and it brought me here. And if you're not sure how the donations module works, or man, I really love a guide for the donations module, you know what to do. I'm going to click the 4th browser tab, clubrunnersupport.com. I'm going to erase the word committees. I'm going to type the word donations, and there you go. You'll get all kinds of help on the donations module. I had better stop because I realized that Stephen needs some Q&A time. Thank you very much for hanging in there with me. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for the moment, and I'll let Stephen take it away. It's all yours, Stephen.
Perfect. Thank you, Mickey. I'm just going to share my screen here for 1 second. Perfect. So we did have a lot of great questions during the Q&A. There was a couple I wasn't able to get to, so I'm going to quickly grab those. Just give me 1 second. So I know they were posted in the chat. So there was one from Sherry that I didn't get to. It was just like level of access. What is the level of access of past president? And is it possible the level can be changed? So access levels can be assigned by an admin, by a level 50 executive. When someone is assigning an access level, they can only increase the access level to an access level they have. So if I was a level 50 executive, I could only increase someone's access level to level 50. I couldn't increase it to level 30. To increase it to level 30, I'd have to be a level 30. I'll show you where specifically you can go to change your member's access level. So the account I'm on is a level 30 admin. So you would just go to your members list. And then you could click on any of these, say I wanted to change, I'll find a level 70, this members. I could then go to settings, click edit. And from there on the dropdown, I can select the access level that I would want to assign to them. So since I am a level 30 on this demo account, I can set the member's access level to a 30. If I was a level 50, the only options I would see would be 50 through 90, and it'd be the same for president or for president as well. And that's how you would go through changing someone's access level. And that's how you go through changing someone's access level. We did get a couple of questions regarding the mobile app as well. So I just wanted to pull up pages for the mobile app. So this is Google Play, where you could download it for the Club Burner app on Google Play. You can also download it here on the Apple Store for if you have an Apple device. Again, you could just go through these on your mobile device and select the App Store or the Google Play Store on your phone. We did have quite a few questions regarding Club Runner Nova, which is our new version we announced. We aren't able to provide too much information in this webinar, but we do have one coming up on May 13th, where our founders, Hallie and Sarah, are going to be providing more information on that. So I would definitely recommend registering for that. It's on Monday, May 13th. We did also get another question. Someone had asked if you needed to log in to go to access our help articles, and you do not need to log in to view our help articles. They're openly accessible to the public. So it's just clubrunnersupport.com. So you can just go through and search for whatever articles that you were looking for. I did want to mention that this webinar and all of our other changeovers are going to be recorded as well. And they're just going to appear in this section down here at the bottom, the videos and webinar section. It'll come up in its own little section, probably titled Changeover 2024. And they'll all be uploaded there just in the coming weeks after we've completed all of them. I'll go through the chat just to see if I may have missed anything. I do see Jerry on my universal login page. Only the district option shows, no club option. Jerry, I'm gonna have to send you an email after the webinar here, and we can look into this further for you. I'm just not sure the specifics of your club or district, so I'd want to just look into that further. I'm just gonna make a note of your name and your email address, and I'll follow up with you after the webinar here. I do see we did have another question from Hans that the documents are not like Dropbox. I'm assuming you're talking about the club documents module. It's not exactly like Dropbox. I'm not sure all the features of Dropbox, but I do know just in terms of the documents you can upload, download them as well. I know you did have a question earlier where if you did want to edit a document, you'd have to download it to your device if it wasn't already on there, edit it in Word or another editing software, and then you can re-upload it again, and other members of the club can download it as well and make their edits to it as well. From what I see, that's all the questions we've had. But I would definitely recommend for anyone interested in Club Runner Nova to attend that May 13th. Back to you, Mickey. Thanks everyone for the questions. They were really good.
Thank you, Stephen. I'm sorry, excuse me. So what I'm going to do is, pardon me, Stephen, I'm going to steal the screen share. So let's do the outro. Okay. So and thank you so much to everyone who attended tonight's webinar. I want to thank you all for being here. And also, just as Stephen mentioned, this is all being recorded. We'll make sure to have all these recordings available to you. Just very quickly, there's that email again, support@clubrunner.ca. Use it anytime. It's your fail-safe. Please contact us. We'd love to hear from you. I discussed very briefly clubrunnercommunity.com. So you can absolutely, talk to all of our users worldwide. And like I said, it's kind of a closed way to have a conversation. All the conversation strings will be public, but you need a login in order to post. And then lastly, I want to stress it again. Please download our app. If you have not downloaded it, it's free for iPhone or Android. Clubrunner.com/mobile. You'll see the features of the app, and then you'll have the link to the iTunes Store or the Google Play Store. What I've found, I've visited lots of pets and talked to lots of president-elects. Once they download the app, it's very, very, very unlikely they delete it. I know what you're thinking. You probably have a lot of apps on your phone already. Once you find the use value in the Club Runner mobile app, I'm going to wager that you're not going to delete it. I want to thank you. I want to thank Stephen. I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. We're really excited about some of the upcoming changeover webinars. And as Stephen mentioned, the Club Runner Nova webinar next Monday, not this Monday, but next Monday, that's going to be our closing webinar. And so please do register for that. And if you can't make it, the recording will be available. Have a fantastic, wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. Take care.